Hello there, you are now watching TVS News at 5 with me, Hari Zainuddin. Now let's begin. The supplementary electoral roll for March 2022 is open for review for 30 days from April 15 until May 14, 2022.
In a statement, the Election Commission Secretary Dato' Indra Ikmalruddin Isha stated that the supplementary electoral roll was certified on April 14 and gazetted today. Adding to that, he said the supplementary electoral roll for March 2022 contains the name of 40,543 citizens aged 18 and above between March 1st and 31st who have been automatically registered as new voters. Commenting further, he said the roll also contains 12,286 registered voters who changed constituencies and 5,019 voters who changed their voter status or category during the period. As such, Ikmalruddin calls upon citizens aged 18 years and above in the period of March 1st to 31st. Any registered voters who have applied for a change of constituency or change of status can check their names via 5 review methods, namely EC Portal, the official portal of the state election officers, online application, My SPR Check mobile application, or the EC hotline. Those who are unable to find their name listed can make a claim by filling in Form C through the online application or head to any relevant state election office. Additionally, any registered voter in a constituency who intends to object to the entry of a voter's name who changes his or her constituency may fill in Form D. Both forms can be downloaded from the State Election Office portal and must be submitted during the review period.
The Muslim community in Bakam can now perform their prayers at the newly completed DARUL KHAIRAT Mosque. The Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, is scheduled to officiate the launching of the mosque on April 22nd.
Masjid yang lama akan digunakan untuk kegiatan JKK ataupun penduduk kampung. Masjid itu kita tak akan roboh, tapi kita akan gunakan untuk aktiviti kemasyarakatan ataupun aktiviti lain yang untuk penduduk kampung ini.
He said so during the pre-launching ceremony of Darul KHAIRAT Mosque organised by the Department of Islamic Religious Sarawak on Thursday. At the same time, an iftar ceremony was also held with the villagers, followed by Maghrib, Ishaq and Tarawih prayers.
Dalam program ini kita juga masukkan itu kita memberi sumbangan kepada mereka yang anak-anak yatim dan juga golongan asnaf yang mana ada 16 orang anak yatim di kawasan Kampung Bakam dan juga ada 40 orang asnaf yang telah kita bagi bantuan.
The newly constructed Darul KHAIRAT Mosque, with the capacity to accommodate 1,000 people, congregational prayers can be performed at ease for its surrounding residents.
Dengan adanya kemudahan masjid baru tu, kita harap penduduk dapat keluarlah untuk solat beramai-ramai ke masjid baru apabila setelahnya dibuka dengan rasmi kelak lah. Jadi kita harap bangunan yang megah, yang mahal kita dapat manfaatkanlah dengan sepenuhnya lah, supaya nyasik kosong. Jadi kita harap penduduk mengambil kesempatan untuk sama-sama memenuhkan masjid baik waktu sembahyang waktu ataupun sembahyang Jumaat lah.
Meanwhile, also in agreement with Mokhtar is the Bekam Chief Adam Bujang.
Manfaatnya untuk kita Kampung Bakam jemaah di masjid baru berjalan dengan lancar dengan semua penduduk-penduduk yang ada di sekitar Bakam bolehlah datang ke masjid ini untuk sembahyang berjemaah beramai-ramai. Ini menjadi kampung siwak, kampung untuk Bukau, Kampung Raan dan masuk Bakam ada 4 kampung lah. Jadi memanfaatkan semua penduduk-penduduk di kawasan Bakam dan masuk dari Kampung Berayat sini. Saya harap dapat bekerjasama kita beramai-ramai untuk datang ke Masjid Baru untuk bersemayam berjemaah, baik waktu ataupun hari Jumaat ataupun hari raya.
Darul KHAIRAT Mosque can accommodate about 1,000 individuals at a time. This will benefit approximately 2,000 Muslims in the area.
Now, Sarawak remains committed to ensuring that the region will be fully electrified by 2025. According to the Deputy Minister of Utilities and Telecommunications, Datuk Abdul Rahman Junaidi, the target can be achieved through the Additional Late Applicant Fund or ALAF projects and the Northern Grid Extension Project.
Yang utama pada hari ini ialah untuk memastikan bahawa setiap isi rumah di Sarawak, daripada selatan, daripada Teluk Melano di Lundu sehinggalah ke utara di Lawas, Libak, kerajaan dapat memastikan bahawa setiap isi rumah dibekalkan dengan tenaga elektrik 24 jam menjelang tahun 2025 dan seterusnya. Maka kegiatan usaha dan kerjasama yang padu yang telah pun dilaksanakan oleh pihak Sarawak Energy, pegawainya serta kaki tangannya, maka insyaAllah matlamat ini dapat menjadi satu realiti menjelang tahun 2025, 2026 dengan pelbagai program pembekalan elektrik yang sedang dan akan dilaksanakan oleh Sarawak Energy secara keseluruhannya.
Abdul Rahman was speaking at Sarawak Energy's Berhad Iftar ceremony held at Darul Ehsan Piasau Mosque in Miri on Thursday. At the ceremony, he also presented Sarawak Energy's contribution to the Surau and School Management Committee and the Orphans Welfare Organisation of Malaysia, Prayatim Sarawak.
Hai, bersama dengan Elia minggu tu dalam Inspirasi TVS. Elia akan kongsikan kepada anda pelbagai cerita-cerita yang bakal menginspirasikan anda. Jadi jangan lupa tunggu janji kita Sabtu dan Ahad 8.35 malam di saluran TVS Astro 122 dan My Preview. Jadi jangan lupa.
Welcome back. Now, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob today said he would abide by the decision made by the UMNO Supreme Council not to extend the Memorandum of Understanding on Transformation and Political Stability inked between the federal government and Pakatan Harapan when it expires on July 31st.
On Thursday, the UMNO Supreme Council decided that the MOU will not be extended after it expires on July 31st. UMNO Vice President Ismail Sabri said he is subject to the decision made by the Council. On September 13, 2021, Ismail Sabri, on behalf of the government, inked the MOU with PH component party leaders, namely PKR President Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, the then DAP Secretary-General Lim Guan Eng, Amanah President Muhammad Sabu, and United Progressive Kinabalu Organisation UPKO President Datuk Seri Wilfred Madius Tanggal. The agreement included 6 initiatives: COVID-19 plan empowerment, administrative change, parliamentary reforms, Malaysia Agreement MA63, judicial independence, and the formation of a steering committee. On March 10, the MOU Consultative Committee member Anthony Locke, who is also the new DAP Secretary-General, was reported as saying that the opposition was willing to further extend the MOU after its expiry date on July 31st. There was no objection from the opposition bloc on the extension, especially once the federal constitution is amended to include the anti-party hopping bill, which is one of the agenda items agreed upon in the MOU.
Islamist party PAS today welcomed political rival UMNO's decision to retain Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob as Prime Minister if they win the next general election. PAS Secretary General Datuk Sri Taqiyuddin Hassan said his party fully supports PM Ismail Sabri's leadership and hopes that the latter's unity agenda will be continued.
He held that Ismail Sabri's approach is responsible for the current harmony and political stability in the country. He also expressed PAS's confidence that the Memorandum of Understanding for Political Transformation and Stability. Ismail Sabri rose to become Malaysia's 9th Prime Minister last August, replacing Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. The 62-year-old UMNO Vice President is the first PM who is not the president of a political party. The UMNO Supreme Council announced yesterday that it has unanimously agreed on Ismail Sabri to be its Prime Minister candidate if they win the 15th general election, ending months of speculation.
Now, more than 500 cooperative shops or co-op marts will be established across the country to enable cooperative members to generate more income and alleviate the cost of living burden. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said the establishment of the co-op marts is necessary as the government realizes the cooperatives are able to play a bigger role to benefit Malaysian families.
He said the co-op marts would not only enable cooperative members to generate income through dividends, but also offer essential items and other basic necessities to the local community at a much lower and reasonable prices. Ismail Sabri added that this move will ensure that the benefits will be enjoyed by all Malaysian families.
Langkah ini dapat memastikan manfaatnya dirasai oleh seluruh keluarga Malaysia, terutamanya di kawasan luar bandar dan kawasan yang majoriti penduduknya adalah golongan B40, selain juga ahli-ahli koperasi, para pengguna, usahawan dan juga usahawan yang terlibat dalam rantaian bekalan ini.
Transport Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Wee Ka Siong said the ministry is committed and would make every effort to reduce airfares to alleviate the burden on the people.
This came after the media reported that there was an increase in airfares between peninsular Malaysia to Sabah and Sarawak. Dr. Wee thanked Premier of Sarawak Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, Sabah Chief Minister Datuk Sri Hajiji Noor, and Sabah Deputy Chief Minister Datuk Sri Bung Mokhtar Radin for voicing out the grievances of the people of Sarawak and Sabah for the action of the Transport Ministry. He said that based on monitoring conducted by the Malaysian Aviation Commission, AIRFARES on April 30th, the peak travel date for the Hari Raya Aidilfitri festive season increased compared to the average AIRFARES in 2019. Moreover, this increase is due to increased cost of operations, primarily rising jet fuel prices, as well as limited resources for airline to increase to full capacity. He further stressed that the dynamic pricing mechanism also uses artificial intelligence in the process of determining the price, not manually to raise the price as claimed. He said that once the country enters the endemic phase and demand increases from consumers, airlines will need more time and replacement tools for re-operational readiness.
And that will be all the time that we have for the 5 p.m. news. On behalf of TVS, I would like to wish our fellow Christian viewers a blessed Good Friday. Once again, I'm Hari Zainuddin. It's been a pleasure.